guys, it is me Jen. Welcome to my channel if you're new. I make YouTube videos all about my experiences as a student teacher. If you didn't already know, then I am in my 4th year of university studying BA Primary Education, and at this time of year placement is around the corner. I get asked by you guys a lot to make videos about my experiences on teaching placement. Today I am here with a video that you will hopefully find helpful. What is in my teaching bag, especially on the first day. It's good to be nice and organised and prepared. I'm going to start off by showing you my bag. I know that this bag is not the most fashionable bag, but I just do find it really practical when I'm on placement because it is so big. This is it. I actually got this bag from TK Maxx. It says the Art Sack Workshop. I'm going to start off by giving you a quick little tour of the bag. It does just have one big long zip at the top, and that just makes sure that everything is secure inside. I used to find that when I brought a handbag, a lot of the time it would be partly opened, and then when it was raining, stuff inside would get wet. So I like the fact that this completely closes over at the top. On the inside, it is just like a big black hole. It has a huge compartment in the middle where I can just pile in all of my stuff, but it also has little side pockets, which I find really handy. This section actually is where I like to keep my laptop, and it can be secured with a little bit of Velcro. It's also a little bit more cushioned, so it keeps my laptop nice and safe when I'm carrying it around. And it also has another pocket in front. That's usually where I like to tuck in my notepad. It's nice and flat, and it keeps like any paperwork and things from getting bent. It also, on the opposite side, has a little zip compartment, which again I like to keep things that I don't want to lose in the depths of the bag. It has two great big shoulder straps so that I can just throw the whole thing over my shoulder. At the front of the bag I actually have a big pocket where I like to stick some bits and bobs. I suppose we better start with the most important thing of all that goes in my bag, and that is my placement folder. If you are a teaching student yourself, then I'm sure you'll be very familiar with these. This is where I keep all of my lesson plans, my lesson reflections. The one I'm holding at the moment is actually my old one and not my current one, because I thought I'd show you like how much stuff I actually have in it. I was thinking about making a video about my teaching folder, so I might do that sometime soon. I usually like to keep the lesson for the day at the top of my folder so that like when I open it I just have all of the lessons that I need that day right at the top, and any like worksheets and things that I need photocopied I will also put to the top of my folder. But then the first section, I've just got all of the contents of my folder. It's all organised with different colours of dividers. I've got things like the register, my weekly and daily planners. This is very important, and I don't think I could go a day of placement without this. On a similar level to that, I always like to have a notepad with me. I can take any notes on lesson reflections during the day, or if I'm doing planning with my teacher, then I can make notes of things in this. I love this notepad because it's one of these ones, when you swipe it, it changes colour. It's so fun to play with when you're bored. This one, again, a teacher essential. I've got my cupcake pencil case. It has things like my Tipp-Ex, rubbers, sharpeners, extra pencils in case any of the kids lose their pencil. It's good to be nice and prepared for any emergencies that might happen. I feel like that's just kind of a given for a teacher to have a pencil case. This is my lunchbox that I actually got for Christmas. There's a little bit of a theme going on here. As you can see, I love my flamingos. I usually like to bring a packed lunch with me to school. This one is like a little cool bag. It's quite a good size, and I can make sure that I fit all of my lunch in there. I've also got a flask that I bring with me. It's downstairs at the moment. It is like a container flask, and I can fit soup and pasta and all sorts of things in there, and it keeps it nice and warm for me. I like to carry a book with me on placement. It doesn't always necessarily mean I have time to read it. I think it's a really good example to set, especially for the kids in your class, if you show that you enjoy reading. Some of the schools I've been in do ERIC time, which stands for everyone reading in class time, and that is when everyone in the class sets aside some time for reading for pleasure, and even the teacher is expected to get involved. So I like to have a book in my bag. It's good to model to the children, and I know that the kids in my class often ask me what I'm reading, so yeah. I'm actually on an upper primary placement at the moment, so I'm working with the oldest kids in the school, but do not underestimate them. They love stickers, and it can just be a really nice way to award good behaviour. If someone does some really nice work, then I will let them come out and pick an emoji sticker. You guys know that I love emojis. I've got my emoji poo pillow. Younger kids and even the older kids love these. You can't go wrong with a good emoji. I bought these on Amazon somewhere, so I'll be able to link them for you guys. I also have some sticky notes because I don't know about you guys, but I love sticky notes. I use them all of the time, just for making quick notes of things, for annotating work, for writing little to-do lists. Yep, it's always good to have sticky notes in your bag somewhere, and I usually will just tuck them in with my folder or my notepad somewhere, so those can kind of be grouped together. If I am carrying any loose paperwork, I will probably put it in one of these little wallet folders just to make sure that nothing gets wet and to try and prevent it from getting like folded or crushed in my bag. So I've got these out here as well. There's nothing in them at the moment, but I thought I'd show you. I have my little flamingo bag with some little makeup bits in it, just in case you get a bit bedraggled during the day, which tends to happen. I've got some powder because my face goes quite oily. Lipstick should should I need to top it up, my chapstick and just some emergency concealer if I need it. I've got a little tiny hand cream and I've also got a little tiny hand sanitizer. That is definitely an essential in the primary school because there are a lot of germs floating around. I actually don't know where I've put mine, which is really annoying. On one of my teaching placements I got hit with the worst cold that I've ever had and I pretty much walked around with hand sanitizer attached to me. I also have my Tangle Teezer because, as you will have noticed, I have really long hair and it just gets so tuggy during the day, and at break time and lunchtime I just like to run this through my hair really quickly to make sure that it's not really knotty. So yeah, Tangle Teezer are really handy and a really good size. It doesn't take up too much space in your bag. This is my Chili's bottle that Ryan got me. I've already spoken about it in a couple of my videos. It's a flask that keeps your water cold for like 12 to 24 hours. It's reusable, so it's good for the environment, and I just find that when I'm in the class this keeps my water nice and cold and I don't need to keep going to fill it up from the water filler. My lanyard, which just has my student ID card on it. I think it's really good if you're a student teacher to carry a lanyard just so that other staff in your school know who you are. It makes you come across as a little bit more professional. My glasses case, again, I got my first pair of glasses last year and I like to bring this with me in case there's any time that I want to take them off and keep them nice and safe. I've got my purse, don't really need much explaining for that. It's got my money and my IDs in it. I've got some emergency plasters, so you can just go to the medical room of course if there is a real issue. Sometimes if you're working late after school and you get a paper cut or something like that, then it's good to have some plasters in your bag just for any emergencies. On the same level as that, I also have some painkillers. I don't know how many times a teacher has asked me if I have painkillers. I like to bring a body spray with me. Teaching can be a really stressful and busy job and sometimes you just need a little spritz to freshen up a little bit at lunchtime. And this one is quite a big one. I usually like to try and bring like a little roller perfume or some of the little portable perfume bottles for my bag, but I couldn't find one so I grabbed this. I've got my phone, which kind of generally you aren't allowed to use in the classroom. The placement that I've been on recently, they're really good with their social media, so a lot of the teachers are encouraged to carry their phones so that they can take pictures and share the learning going on in the classroom, which I actually think is really positive. For Christmas my mum and dad got me a massive tote bag and it says Miss Ross's teacher stuff on it. This is so cool and so helpful because even though I'm going to be bringing that bag with me on the day-to-day, I always find that I'm carrying in resources, or if I'm taking home marking, then it's really good to have one of these massive bags. Before that I was just using like the Tesco bags for life, but now I have my very own teacher bag to carry all of my stuff in. Anyway, I think that is everything inside my bag. I hope that you guys found this video helpful and it will help you when you're getting organised for your placement. If you have any video ideas that you'd like to see about uni or my teaching experiences, then make sure you leave those down below. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!